Okay, so week commencing 5th of Feb. This is the real like trading part, where the real trading can actually commence, because price action now should loosen up a little bit in this month. So let's start by looking at the dollar chart first. Contrary to what I had outlined on the previous uh, video, actually played out. So I highlighted, and again, I made it clear that again I could be easily wrong because of the NFP uncertainty. But I did see that. Yeah, sure, there's reasons we can go here, but I was heavily like gun to head. I was actually looking at this because obviously with the in line with the risk on, okay, dollar lower, everything else higher. But obviously it went instead. Now, I also stated if it did do that, because of course it's uncertain, if it did go up like it did here, then expect this large BISI to be the next focus of the draw liquidity, and that seems to be in play this week. So this can actually be one of those easy weeks. Now, we do not actually have a lot of news, which also works out in our favor. Not a lot of volatility as such. We still have movement, but we just don't have that sudden news impulse movement. So 2:45 there's news today. Tuesday there's not much. It's calm. Wednesday is literally the same. Thursday you have some news, and Friday don't have anything. So it's a relatively calm week. Now we could still, in the higher time frame grand scheme of things, still go lower, so still be risk on overall. But for this week, still manage to go higher. Why is that? Well, if you look at the SIBI, the bulk of the SIBI's fair value gap, is actually inside of this inversion monthly fair value gap. Okay. In other words, if you just go on the monthly chart, um, I'm referring to this SIBI here. Okay. So this SIBI and this BISI actually on the month there's a fair value gap here as well. So I'll leave that in a sec. But what you can have is you can have it going up for the bulk of the week, and still body wise it ends up closing inside of the lines of the invergent fair value gap, and that way it's gonna address the SIBI, but then also stay inside of the inversion, which will then allow it to go down here later on. Now that doesn't have to be this week. I don't even think it'll happen this week, and maybe later on down, later in the month or somewhere. But I think that's something that can be reasonably anticipated. Okay, so key focus is the monthly slash the daily fair value gap SIBI that we're looking at. Just draw it on there. In fact, it looks like it's actually pretty close to the daily's level. In fact, apart from this, I guess, yeah, it's pretty close already. So obviously, monthly fair value gap just there. So you do have a lot of levels. Now, obviously, these are actually going to act as a draw. That equal has a really, really easy draw on liquidity. Okay, now we look for the deeper premium levels to be traded to. And likewise here, you have this BISI corresponding to that SIBI that will be the focus. And obviously, I would have my eyes on here. You already have SMT here. This has already done it. This has not done it. So this could actually be a very easy draw on liquidity. Why? Because it's a previous monthly low. It's a mean threshold of the fair value gap. That's a sensitive area and price as well. And then you have the inversion on the weekly and daily body wise. If we stay inside for the bulk of the volume, inside of the inversion, both on these guys, then you should expect it to go up later. But if you do not do that, then expect deeper discount levels here, deeper premium levels, such as this SIBI. Okay, so it's just again, like every other week, it's gonna be it's a game of wait and see where it's going first. Wait for the high probability conditions to develop when it's already started a move in the time, with the correct signatures, and it's just so easy to, deduce that, this is what's happening, and then you just basically take part in it instead of, you know what, I think it's gonna do this, so I might as well just enter before and then find out. Don't do that. Wait for the second stage reaccumulation. That is normally the easiest part of the, buy market maker buy or sell model, because that's with that you already have everything on you. Like you've got all the stars are aligned for you, so you got the time aspect, you got the price aspect, and you just pull the trigger. So basically, just do that. Take a few of those if you have a winning. So if you have a winning streak, just remember that weekly target that I aim for. Like even if we're close to it, you know, we just make our dollar and just go. Then make our profits and we just leave the chart. Don't need to then risk that. So yeah, that's what I think will happen. Risk off for this week for the first part of the week at least. Most likely the end of it. And pound. Can look at pound real quick. Pound will literally be the same as well. So if you just go on monthly chart, you have this here, this monthly fair value gap. You got a weekly one that's a little bit smaller. Got a big daily one here. Um, but liquidity wise, this should be your focus for the pound, the daily equal lows, and we got our way from there. And indice wise, I'm not entirely sure to be. Because ICT is going to be trading these for this week, I think. I mean, it's a difficult one with the indices. I don't want to say anything because we're really close to external range liquidity. This could not be it. I think this is most likely not it actually. It's still gonna keep going higher, 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 higher. And you should never try to pick a top on this. I think it can easily just break above and go higher. In fact, I think it will do that because looking at these two, they're just looking a little bit too clean, basically. If you just go here, there's obviously a clear SMT divergence here. You have this stronger. So if you want to long it, then yeah, you definitely go for ES and just basically, get long in the right time when there's a drawn liquidity premium and just basically sit it out because you don't know when it's gonna top. Obviously, take your profits, but yeah, don't call this a top. It's topping, or it's gonna. Just don't do that. Just if it's going up, keep participating. You don't know when it's gonna end. Take profits, obviously. Leave something on the table. But yeah, I think that'll be the bulk of it.